And we're going.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
While we were off camera, we installed. Where's the frame? Like, I'm in it, right?
Yeah, you're good enough.
So off camera, we installed this here bushing, and this ball joint, and now we're gonna reinstall it and reinstall all new stuff that touches this. It's gonna be nice.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and do that then?
Ouch.
Is this the part where you usually put music?
Yeah.
Focus, you fuck. Ho. Wow, you really suck at doing that.
These coveralls really constrict my movement. It's hard for me to fucking do anything.
And yet you swear by them.
They're great because they save your clothes, but it's hard to do anything.
Doing great.
Alright, take it. Take this too. I've enjoyed every moment with both of you. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
No one. Well, the box is gone, I think, at this point.
Alright, I'm gonna stop filming at this point.
No, why? Kind of hard to see, but now we are going to install the tie rod.
With its new Pro-Thane bushing.
Oh yeah, for super sick angle. Man, I miss working on Nissans. But I'm not getting a 240, despite what everyone tells me. Now we're gonna reinstall the wheel bearing that we installed off camera.
All by ourselves.
All by ourselves, no help was needed.
From a machine shop at all.
None. None whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know the factory torque specs for that stuff.
Tight.
Tight. Not like the 8.6s.
Tight.
Because the 8.6 it was like you tighten it up and then you loosen it because you have to preload it, but
I'm gonna do the camera, but
Actually, that's going pretty good.
yeah. That was beautiful. Way better than a Toyota.
all right, Mike, what are we doing?
We're going to be installing brand new $300,000 carbon ceramic brake rotors.
I think that's a bit exaggerated, but are we doing brakes on the show again?
Yeah. This wouldn't be Corman mods without brakes. Just explain what happened.
Well, I woke up this morning and I got a cup of coffee after I got to work. And then I went to my desk and I got started with my day. And I had a couple meetings, one at 11, and I had another over lunch. It was a working lunch. And then when I finished that up, I had 2 more conference calls, finished those up, gave some advice.
I mean, like, what happened with the car?
Oh, I decided not to do anything but some basic mods, and I pretended that this happened. You mean with the brakes?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Where we started like 50 seconds ago.
Oh, that. We went to put brakes back on the car, and they didn't fit because the kit that I got on Black Friday, and it's important to mention that it's January, didn't fit the car at all. They were the wrong ones. So I don't usually order things from a company like Jegs, but I did order my brake kit through Jegs, and they have a 24/7 tech support line, and I called them, and the lady on the phone was nice, but had no idea what I was talking about. And then they got a technician on the phone, and this is like midnight, by the way. And then I explained what happened to him, and they're like, just send them back. And they gave me a return label, and I sent them back. And then they rush shipped me a replacement set, and those fit. So we're gonna put those on the car today. But the reason I'm telling this story is because we're not sponsored by Jegs, but I mean, they didn't have to take back parts that were 3 months out from my install that were wrong. I mean, I ordered the right ones. They didn't like send me a different kit. They sent me the same kit again, but this one's either machined differently or it was a different kit in the box that I got that shouldn't have been there. And they were really good about it. So, you know, that's just something to share because that's positive. You might pay a little more at a company like Jegs or Summit Racing, but you know, I think it has some benefits sometimes. This was one of those times.
You don't get that from eBay.
You definitely don't get that from eBay. All sales are final, even the ones that they say aren't. put our brake rotors on our car. Once I can line up the holes.
Look at that.
Hey, look, it fits. And
all we are is dust in the wind.
we don't talk about Tribeccas because they're terrible, terrible.
Hi guys.
So God, it's Tribeca. That is fucking old. That's way Nasiak olden days.
Yep.
Alright, and our brake job is done. Our pads are installed with our hardware. It's good to go. Track day ready.
I was listening to you guys film.
Another one. I'm not worried about that brake grease on this. Not one bit. Nope, not one.
I think you're supposed to put the grease on the rotor so it can spin.
Yeah, I got that there, so we're
Oh, good.
Yeah, almost.
That is the greatest shot of your head I've ever had. Holy crap.
I love headshots.
That's like what went over beautifully. That was sexual. Yep.
Okay, those are as tight as I care to make them.
Want me to break them for you?
No, it's alright.
I've done it before.
I know you have. So we're getting ready to finish up our caliper install, and then we're going to review everything we've done. If Mike can focus on the banjo setup, your banjo bolt with the liquidy good hole that runs the brake fluid in runs into this section here. You have to have a copper washer that are new on each side, or else you're going to have a bad time, okay? And then you're just going to thread that into your caliper. You're going to tighten it up until it's snug, but not too tight. You do not want to use any kind of anti-seize or Loctite on this.
But you can weld it.
Or Teflon tape.
Welding is okay though.
Welding is great. Or it impacts set to the highest setting that you've got.
Yep. It's recommended that these go to 14 pounds. 14 foot-pounds, but if you do hit it with an impact, it will be okay. Theoretically.
Don't like that kink. So once you get the line in a nice non-kinked with a minimal bend in it, you just want to tighten this guy up.
Wrong way.
That's the wrong way. You just want to tighten this guy up.
God, it's such a good thing we're finally doing a brake line video.
Well, we've never done brakes before on this show.
Don't go too tight or you'll snap it.
That's good. And then we're essentially done. The last thing we need to really do is clean off our rotor and make sure our heat shield isn't hitting, which it currently is a little bit. Not too bad, but a little bit. And you just kind of do that by bending it back a little bit here and there. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Work it back. And that's pretty much it. So to recap, we have RSR lowering springs, KYB black struts, new rebuilt calipers, new front rotors, new front pads, stainless steel lines. The control arm has been stripped and painted with some high temp or fucking decent ass paint, and then some urethane bushings from Prothang for the control arm bushing. New ball joint, a new wheel bearing. The tie rods were in good shape, so we just replaced the boot with a urethane boot. We already have adjustable tension rods. You're going to need an alignment after this job, but at this point, this front corner is essentially done. We're going to finish up with a couple things and do it to the other side, and then we'll move on to the back. But you're not going to see us do the other side because it'll just be the same thing twice. So, thanks for joining us on this fun-filled adventure where everything went right the first time as always. Be sure to join us again where we sell all of our cars and turn this into a puzzle channel where we do 1,000-piece puzzles all the time.